National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Cleveland Browns. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A first carry now for Nick Chubb, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Here we go. 56. Mike.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Let's make these babies cry.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security.
He's got it at the 15. A big play that time for Cleveland. 46 yards. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's MrJiTA. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They go play action with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken in at the 11. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
56. 56 to Mike.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Check 13. Check 13.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. On the ground, it's Chubb. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
36. 56. Mike.
Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and it'll bring up 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, he'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Anything, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. The first throw here for the backup Garoppolo. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Coleman now. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
9 yards. First down, 49ers.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up,
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 35-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the 49ers first down.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now it's Wilson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Wilson completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Throwing is Wilson. Flushed out right. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gold with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
I'm coming after you.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Here we go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. 14, final. 44, Mike, 44. 36 power.
They will run again with Coleman. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They go play action now. Wilson. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 44-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
I got one.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Here we go.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Looking to throw. Garoppolo. That's taken in by Callaway. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for him, too.
Garoppolo now. Just 2 of 5 since coming on, but he does have a 1st down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
11. 12, fellas, here we go.
Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
And the 49er 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 33. Here's Coleman. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Coleman. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him. Otherwise, you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 43.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Garoppolo, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey, gun.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
This is Coleman, and he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
And it's 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Coleman. He's going to have the first down past the 20. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 93 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And an alley to run. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. And that big fourth quarter return, Charles, makes this a one-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had a big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for 2? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they...
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And I think the Browns got it. They did. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, hey, watch the shift. Watch the shift. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
To throw is Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. The quick slant caught, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. DJ Chark with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Coleman. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Like 280. 53 is the mic.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Like 280. Mike Popo. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Now they hand off to Coleman, and he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Throwing now is Wilson. Completes it to Coleman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Inside of 1 minute to go now, 2 timeouts left, still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now Wilson. On the screen, this is Coleman. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. And the now 40-year-old veteran able to put this one through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there. Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
Let's go.
Well, going into the final play of this